What's up, guys? So today is a special day, kind of. It's our holiday Christmas brunch. This is in place of our Christmas dinner, I guess, but we all kind of have different schedules at the end of the month, like going home, visiting family, and whatnot. So that's why we're kind of doing this early while everybody's together. And at first we were gonna do a potluck, but then nobody ended up wanting to cook, and then somehow dim sum came up, and that's like our go-to. So everybody hopped on the dim sum bandwagon. So we're getting dim sum today. I'm running a little late. I think everybody's running a little late, but I'm excited. Dim sum and den sum.
Are you filming this? Is this your vlog camera?
Jen's
or is
here.
it for long?
Oh, my battery's dying.
Is this your vlog?
I don't know.
And
You
Taylor's
should have worn
here.
my sweater.
What is this?
This is an ugly sweater. Can't
Hey,
you tell?
can you take a picture of it? It's cute.
Oh yeah, we have a table.
Chris, you're so tall.
Chris is wearing a maroon shirt.
If I would have known.
Sorry, we're late.
Sorry, was there a vlog that happened this morning?
Okay, which was this one?
Like Corey's ears. There we go.
Sorry, guys. I brought 2 dead batteries today.
Dang, where'd that quality go?
I thought better of you, Benson. Oh gosh, I'm like so blown out now. And,
There we go.
I really thought better.
Phil's disappointed in me.
Benson vlogs have a quality control, man.
Leave nice comments because he's saying mean things about me. Oh my gosh, I'm not having any luck filming today. So, sorry about that, guys. Showed up to brunch with 2 dead batteries, and now I just shot for the last like 15 minutes, and this wasn't recording. So, I'm gonna start all over. I just wanna explain what had happened today. Here's the Canon T3i Battery. Now, what I normally do is after the battery's fully charged, I put the cap on to signify that it's charged. So I brought 2 batteries with the caps on. So then when the battery is dead, I take the cap off, and that signifies that it's dead and needs to charge. So I took 2 of these with me this morning, intending to vlog, but they were both dead. So that was that. I could have shot with my phone, but I forgot my little mounts here that I showed you guys before. I left that at home, so I ended up just not shooting the rest of the day. But here I am. This little debacle prompted me to shoot this video that I've been wanting to do, which is pretty much my what's in my gear bag video, and kind of like a review of the gear I've been using most recently. Yeah, let's get into it. I want to go very far back in time to a time over 10 years ago. This was around 2006, I believe. I was in 8th grade, freshman year at high school, and this was my first camera here. This is the Sony Handycam DCR HC28. So this was my first camera that I got from Best Buy. I actually went there, talked to a salesman, and this is the one that he recommended me. So I have advice with that is when you're looking into buying a camera, make sure to do your research yourself. Don't just trust the word of one salesman that's obviously trying to get rid of some old stock. So in 2006, this was around the time where HD was really getting popular, like 720p, 1080p. This shoots with DV tapes, little cassette tapes, and it shoots in standard def, which is 480p, or I think this might have been even less than that. I think this was 360p. So pretty bad quality footage, but at the time I didn't know any better. This is what I used to shoot my wrestling videos, my paintball videos, my family, and I really learned a lot on this camera. I taught myself how to edit using footage that I shot with this. I taught myself how to edit on Sony Vegas. Actually, first Windows Movie Maker, then Pinnacle Studio. Somehow I got a copy of that, and then Sony Vegas. But this took me all the way through high school. This was like my baby. It was a dumb purchase. in that it was already out of date at the time in 2006, but it was a great purchase in that it kind of sparked my interest in this whole industry, and now I'm doing it for a living. So the Sony Handycam. Anyway, after this camera in college, I got this, the Canon T3i, and this was my camera all throughout college. So this is actually a really great starter camera for those of you getting into video work. The T2i is the original model Canon made. That was the first to shoot HD video, and this was the next one, and it has the flip-out screen. This was like revolutionary at the time. They're on the Canon T6i right now, so this is 3 or 4 models old at this point. But this took me all the way through college. I shot weddings on this, I shot shorts on this, events. This was like my first kind of money maker for when I started freelancing in college. Definitely terrific level camera. I would suggest the T6i now, or if you have a little bit of extra money saved up, go for the 80D, which is the next model higher than the T6i. So on this I have the Canon Pancake 40mm f2.8, and this is actually my uncle's lens. He's been letting me borrow it because he hasn't used it in a while. He's actually into photography too, but I think he has a different camera now. But yeah, the Canon T3i. So this is what I brought with me this morning, but I brought 2 dead batteries. And so let me show you my main camera, which is the 7D Mark II. So there it is, the Canon 7D Mark II. And if you know a little bit about cameras, you probably know that the 5D Mark II was Canon's first full-frame, consumer-level camera that shot HD video. That's what a lot of old Wong Fu videos were shot on. Wes owned a 5D Mark II, and Phil owned the 7D Mark I, the first level 7D, which is Canon's crop sensor camera. So I have the Mark II of that. Then the 5D Mark III came out, and that became very popular. But yeah, this is my main camera. This is what I bought after college. And the reason I bought this was it had the best autofocus at the time, and I was gonna be getting into shooting kind of like more documentary style content, so I really wanted that autofocus, and this was the best camera to do that. But now it's a little bit out of date now, but I still enjoy using it. A lot of great memories, a lot of miles on this camera, literally. This is my monitor I'm using just to kind of check my frame. It's the Marshall V LCD 50. I got this off eBay for a really good deal. I don't recommend it though, because this is kind of an out-of-date model, and the HDMI port is kind of finicky, so I can only use it on a tripod stationary like this. I can't use it like handheld or anything on a rig. So don't get this. There's a lot better options out there now. And then up here is the VP83F by Shure. And here's what it looks like on the back. But I got this microphone because of its build quality. It's all metal, very sturdy, and then the mount there is so it doesn't use any rubber bands or anything that might snap. Another really great thing about this microphone is it records directly to a memory card there. And the reason I like that is because Canon has this issue with plugging in external mics to where you get this hiss, and sometimes it can be difficult to take it out. You have to kind of adjust the settings to get rid of that hiss. So with this, I can connect it to the camera, get an audio track there, and if it's not usable, it records its own audio track to a memory card there. So it's like a double backup, and it's been really great, really helpful. And yeah, let me show you what else I got. This is my little rail system here. This is how I'm attaching the monitor, and it's attached to my tripod head right here. But I also have additional hookups to make this into a shoulder rig. So here's like the shoulder portion that will go like that. I'm not using it right now because it's on a tripod. But there's my Manfrotto fluid head, and then I got my sticks here for my tripod legs. Now, I was really specific on this head. If you notice, it's a ball head. So Manfrotto actually makes a tripod head with the ball permanently attached to it. I bought these as 2 separate pieces, so I can take this off and use it on a monopod or a different set of legs if I wanted to upgrade in the future. So this actually gives me a lot more flexibility by buying 2 separate pieces. So I had to do a little bit of extra research and kind of like cheat a little bit there, but definitely look into this setup when you're looking for your sticks. Another good brand is Benro. They're a little bit cheaper than the Manfrotto, but the build quality is very similar. So take a look at that. What's powering the monitor is this. It's the Atomos power station. It uses Sony batteries, which are very high capacity. And I got it off Craigslist for an awesome deal. And so far it's been working great. What I like about it is you can hot swap, which it holds 2 batteries. So if one battery dies, it shifts to the other battery, and then you can replace the dead battery without losing power to your monitor, your camera, or anything. So very convenient. It's been working great so far, but this is only like my 3rd time using it. But so far it's been great, especially with the deal I got off Craigslist. But yeah, let me show you what else I got here. Obviously this is my Joby Gorillapod, and this is what I've been using mostly for my past few vlogs. And then I have this cell phone mount, and then I have this hot shoe mount there. And this piece I actually took off a adapter thing. So I took it off this guy, which is a hot shoe like multiplier adapter. So it attaches to the top of your camera, and then it gives you 3 additional ports that you can use to attach accessories. So I just took the one off the top to use on that. And that's how I connect my Rode Video Micro. If you guys saw my video a few weeks ago, this is the newest mic that I have. So far I'm liking it. I was looking at the Video Mic Go, which is a step up above this. This one's 60 bucks, the Video Mic Go is 100 bucks. But I like this better because it's metal and it comes with the windscreen. The Video Mic Go just comes with the standard foam cover for the mic, so it's not as great in the wind and with movement. And that one's 100 bucks. And then my next audio device is the Zoom H4n. So this is what a lot of people use and a lot of people still use. It's a great recorder. It has a mic built in, and it also accepts 2 XLR points there. So this is about $200, I believe. And trick to keep this guy on is use a rubber band. See that? People lose these and they go missing all the time, but I kept this with a rubber band and never lost it. And it still works great. If I were to upgrade, I'd upgrade to the H6, which is what we use at Wong Fu. It gets 4 XLR ports, but it also has a lot more attachments that you can buy afterwards and kind of upgrade it and add 6 more XLR ports. So for my needs, this has been doing the job just fine. Yeah, so that's my camera, that's my audio equipment, my support equipment. Now let's talk about lenses. So this is the Canon 15 to 85mm. EFS is a crop sensor lens, f3.5 to 5.6. So it's an upgrade from the kit lens. I like it because it goes pretty wide. It goes to 15, and it also goes pretty telephoto to 85mm. But the downsides are it's a little heavy. Definitely not the highest quality build. It's pretty plastic feeling, but it's been doing its job fairly well so far. I have it up for sale right now, but I haven't gotten any bites on it lately. And then the next lens that I use quite often is the Canon 50mm, and I have the 50mm 1.4. And this was actually another one of my uncle's lenses that he wasn't using, so I'm borrowing it permanently. But this is the second model. The first model, or the cheapest model, is the 1.8, and that's a great starter lens. That's like, I think 150 bucks. I think this one is going for 300 right now. If you got the extra cash, I'd suggest the 1.4. It just allows more shallow depth of field, lower light, but the f 1.8 is a great starter 50 lens. If you can, try to get the 1.4. And then the next lens that I use most often is the Canon 70 to 200. And this is actually the first generation model of this. The most common now is the 70-200 f2.8 IS2. So these were actually discontinued very quickly. The only differences between this and the second generation model is, I think, like, of course the second generation is newer, the autofocus is better on the second. So this one's a little bit slower, but I bought this used. I bought this from a friend of mine at a really great price. So this has been a great lens for me, regardless of it being like the older generation. And I think it's actually kind of rare now. You can probably find these pretty cheap, but I would suggest going with the second generation model just to have the most up-to-date version. But I use this for, you know, paintball and whatnot, and it gets me nice and close to the action without interfering. And it's a great, you know, wedding event lens as well. My last lens, I actually just got this. I'm really excited because I haven't used it yet. I should be using it now, but It's the Canon 24-105 f4 IS. It's pretty expensive. I've been saving quite a while for it, and just kidding. It's a coffee mug. Bad joke. Bad joke. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. I hope you found this information useful if you're looking into any of this similar gear. Obviously a lot of it's dated right now, but still works very well, still able to hold up. But do your research, look into kind of the new stuff that's out there and what's coming out next year as well. There's going to be a lot of new stuff that just keeps coming out. But yeah, I hope my stories and my advice are helpful to you on your search if you're looking to get into this as like a hobby or as a potential career option. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want to keep up with me and what I'm up to. But yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. I love interacting with you guys, and see you guys next time.